It's time to prepare for the test. And let's make it clear and review all the problems involving exponential model. First of all, we have to remember the formula. N equal to P times A to the T power. A is a factor, P is initial value. Case number one, when our initial value and factor are given to you. Here is the example. There are 3,000 bacteria initially in a pantry dish, and the number of bacteria doubles every hour. Again, to understand this problem better, we will have a table. T is time in hours, N is number of bacteria. When my time is zero, we know that the number of bacteria is 3,000. Then the number of bacteria doubles every hour. So after 1 hour, it will be 3,000 times 2. After 2 hours, it will be 3,000 times 2 and times 2. And you see that on each step, we multiply by 2. And this is our factor, A. So A is given to us, initial value is given to us. We're ready to write the equation down. N is equal to 3,000 times 2 to the power T, where T is hours. Let's review the second case when the initial value is given to you and you need to find the factor. In this case, there are two cases in this case. One, when you need to use the formula A equal to 1 plus R or formula A equal 1 minus R. And second case, when you need to use 2 points and find a different formula. Let's focus on this example first. So a car loses its value each year but by 11% after it was purchased. If the price of the car was $18,000 originally, write the equation. Okay. First of all, the equation is N equal to P times A to the T power. We know our initial value that it's $18,000. We don't know A because when you see percent sign, it is your R. Your R is 11%. You know already that you need to change percent to decimal, so it will be 0.11. Then you have to read one more time and see that the car loses its value. So we're talking about decay. So we have to use the formula A equal to 1 minus R. Now we will substitute our R into this formula, and A will be 1 minus 0.11, that is 0.89. Okay, now we know everything, we're ready to write the equation down. The equation will be N is equal to 18,000 times 0.89 to the T power. Done. Let's move to the next problem. Suppose that the number of frogs is growing exponentially. If there were 8,000 frogs initially and 18,000 frogs after 30 days, write the equation down. This kind of problems, it's a good idea to write the points down. So 8,000 francs, it was our initial value, that is, looks like this. The second point will be time goes first, the amount goes next. You remember this, right? So now we need to find our factor using a beautiful formula, A equal to y2 over y1 to the power 1 over x2 minus x1. Now, let's use this formula. We will have 18,000 over 8,000 to the power of 1 over 30 minus 0. And if you calculate this number, it will be 1.027. Round your answer to 3 decimal places. Now we know our initial value, we know our factor, we are ready to write the formula down. N is equal to 8,000 times 1.027 to the t power, and again I want to emphasize that we have some multiplication here. And again I want to emphasize, to find a factor there are two ways: using one of these formulas or using this formula. Nothing else, just two ways. Okay, let's review the last example. It's when you have to find an initial value and a factor. The problem is the amount of a radioactive substance after 3 hours is 7 grams and after 5 hours 4 grams. Write the equation. So we don't have any percent here. It means we have to find 2 points. So we're looking for 2 points. And you know that time goes first, the amount goes next. So 3 hours will be here, 7 grams will be here, 5 hours will be here, 4 grams will be here. The equation is N equal to P times A to the T power. Do we know P? No. Do we know A? No. The first things we have to find A. We will use the formula y2 over y1 to the power x2 minus x1. Don't forget about parentheses. Let's substitute the numbers. It will be 4 over 7 to the power 5 minus 3. Type this on a calculator and check your answer. It should be 0.756. So we found A. The next thing we have to find the initial value. Find P. How will we do it? We will take A and use the first point and substitute it into the equation. So let's put the words. Substitute A and the first point into the equation. N equal P times A to the T power. So what will we put instead of N? It's our amount, so we will substitute 7 here. We don't know P. Our A we calculated already. 756. And instead of t, we will substitute 3. So it's multiplication here, so we will divide by 0.756 to the third power. It will cancel out here, and we do the same to the other side. So our p will be 16.201. Now we know the factor and we know the initial value. We're ready to write the equation down. N is equal to 16.201 times 0.756 to the t power. And this is our final answer. Now, when we reviewed all the problems and how to find the equations, I hope it won't be hard for you to find your equation on the test. Have a good day.